true crime isn't just entertainment, it taps into some of the deepest parts of the human mind. While it may seem disturbing, many people are drawn to stories of crime, danger, and psychological manipulation because the brain is wired to study threats in order to feel safer. But there's also a darker side to this fascination that psychology is still trying to fully explain. In this video, we'll explore the psychological reasons people are drawn to true crime, and why it can feel both disturbing and strangely addictive at the same time. Today we will talk about the dark reason people enjoy true crime so much so. Before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. The evolutionary obsession with danger. The human fascination with true crime is deeply rooted in survival psychology. From an evolutionary perspective, the brain is constantly scanning for threats in order to protect the individual from harm. For early humans, understanding dangerous people, predators, or violent situations increased survival chances. This is why the brain developed a strong attention bias toward threat-related information. True crime stories activate this ancient system by simulating real danger in a safe environment. When people consume crime stories, the brain behaves as if it is learning from real threats, even though there is no immediate risk. This creates a paradox where fear becomes enjoyable, because it is experienced at a psychological distance. The brain is not seeking violence itself, it is seeking information that helps it understand and predict danger. 2. The dopamine loop behind morbid curiosity. Dopamine plays a major role in why true crime feels so engaging. While commonly associated with pleasure, dopamine is actually linked to curiosity, anticipation, and prediction. True crime stories are unpredictable by nature, which creates continuous cognitive engagement. The brain constantly tries to solve the mystery. Who did it? Why did it happen? Could it happen again? This uncertainty keeps dopamine levels active, creating a loop of anticipation and reward. Each new detail provides a small psychological hit of resolution, followed by renewed curiosity. This cycle mirrors the same mechanisms found in gambling or suspenseful entertainment. The darker the story, the more uncertain the outcome, and the stronger the cognitive engagement becomes. This is why people often binge true crime content. It keeps the brain in a state of sustained predictive tension. 3. Fear in a safe environment. The paradox of comforted anxiety. One of the most important psychological reasons people enjoy true crime is the concept of safe fear. The brain reacts strongly to fear-related stimuli, but when the body recognizes that there is no real danger, the experience becomes stimulating rather than threatening. This creates a controlled environment where fear can be explored without consequences. Psychology shows that humans often seek controlled stress because it activates arousal systems without overwhelming survival mechanisms. Watching or reading true crime allows people to experience adrenaline, tension, and emotional intensity while remaining physically safe. This paradox creates a unique emotional state where discomfort is transformed into entertainment. The brain enjoys the activation of fear circuits, as long as it remains aware that the threat is not real. 4. Cognitive mastery and the desire to understand evil. True crime also appeals to the human need for understanding and cognitive mastery. The mind is naturally drawn to complex problems, especially those involving human behavior and moral deviation. Crime stories often involve puzzles about motivation, psychology, and decision-making. The brain engages deeply in trying to understand why someone would commit harmful acts, how situations escalated, and what psychological factors were involved. This process gives a sense of intellectual control over something inherently chaotic. By analyzing criminals' behavior, viewers feel as though they are gaining insight into human nature and protecting themselves from similar threats. This desire to solve human behavior is a powerful cognitive motivator that keeps people engaged with true crime narratives. 5. The shadow self and hidden curiosity. About darkness. Psychology suggests that humans possess what Carl Jung called the shadow self, which contains suppressed thoughts, instincts, and emotions that are not openly acknowledged. True crime can activate curiosity about this shadow aspect of the mind. People are often drawn to extreme behavior because it represents the boundaries of human experience, what is socially unacceptable, morally disturbing, or psychologically extreme. This does not mean people desire to act on such impulses, but rather that they are curious about the limits of human behavior. True crime allows individuals to explore darker aspects of humanity from a distance. This exploration can feel psychologically compelling because it connects to deeper questions about morality, identity, and human nature that are usually not addressed in everyday life. 6. Empathy, emotional simulation, and psychological immersion. Another reason true crime is compelling is the brain's ability to simulate emotions through empathy. When people hear stories of victims or investigations, they often mentally place themselves in those situations. This emotional simulation activates similar brain regions as real emotional experiences. The mind creates a narrative immersion, where fear, sadness, curiosity, and tension are experienced vicariously. This allows individuals to process complex emotions without direct exposure. Psychology shows that humans are naturally empathetic creatures, and this empathy enhances engagement with true crime content. The emotional depth of these stories makes them more memorable and impactful compared to fictional narratives, because they are grounded in reality. 7. Control, safety, and the illusion of preparedness. True crime consumption also provides a psychological sense of preparedness. The brain often interprets crime stories as learning experiences, storing them as potential survival information. Even though most viewers will never encounter similar situations, the mind still processes the information as useful. This creates a feeling of increased awareness and control over unpredictable environments. People may feel more cautious, observant, or informed after consuming true crime content. This sense of preparedness reduces anxiety by creating the illusion that one is better equipped to recognize danger. In this way, true crime serves a psychological function similar to rehearsing threat responses in a controlled environment. 8. Why true crime becomes emotionally addictive. The combination of curiosity, fear, empathy, and dopamine-driven engagement makes true crime highly psychologically reinforcing. The brain becomes conditioned to associate these stories with stimulation and meaning. By analyzing criminals' behavior, viewers feel as though they are gaining insight into human nature and protecting themselves from similar threats. This desire to solve human behavior is a powerful cognitive motivator that keeps people engaged with true crime narratives. Over time, repeated exposure can create a habitual pattern of seeking more intense or complex narratives. This is not because individuals are drawn to suffering, but because the brain finds the emotional and cognitive experience highly activating. The mix of fear and safety, horror and curiosity, creates a unique emotional state that is difficult to replicate in everyday life. Ultimately, the dark appeal of true crime lies not in violence itself, but in the brain's attempt to understand danger, simulate survival, and explore the complexities of human behavior in a controlled and psychologically engaging way. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.